All right. Looks like we're finally going live here. Right. Good morning, good morning. Really nice volume breakout here. Good morning, sir. Good morning, good morning. Very, very high volume coming in here, top of the hour. So this did have news at 6. The volume was basically dead. Right, it didn't really start coming in until 20 minutes before 7. Very strange. But yes, good morning, everybody. Today is officially going to be day 1 of the Webull account. The cash is now settled. I went ahead and adjusted my order sizes. They are much higher now. So we'll see how that goes. So I went ahead and also added a running profit loss. So hopefully that will help with just keeping track of how I'm actually doing for the day. Yeah, we'll see how we do. NEOG is also moving. Although there's no volume behind it, so this is not really in play. But yes, good morning to everybody. Honestly, pretty rough daily chart on this. This has been a huge downtrend. Basically a death spiral. Although recently, it has been coming back. Right, and even up to 8, this is a pretty big jump. Good morning, Alex. We'll see if today's a little better than yesterday. Honestly, yesterday was pretty slow. I took 2 trades, but honestly, the one didn't even feel that high of quality. It was probably like a B-. The Lucy trade was good. So that was like a B+ or an A-. But there just wasn't that much opportunity. I do have the spreadsheet ready as well, so I'll be using this if I do take any actual trades. I'm going to be patient on this one. I don't like how this grinded up on no volume. Historically, I've noticed a trend where when this happens, it's dangerous to buy here. So I will mostly be watching this for the time being. CNCK. Looks like it's moving. Give me one sec. Oh man. Still, this does have news at the top of the hour here. Yeah, very strong move too. Daily, pretty beaten up. 430 looks like a critical level. We're not really there. I guess next would be probably around 3. We're above 3. Yes, there is news behind it. It's not crazy news, though. Or at least I don't perceive it to be crazy news. It could be, but this is such a broad catalyst that I can't really have a strong conviction with it. We are getting some nice follow through, though. Good volume bringing this back. I suppose, though, the fact that this gapped up from 270 to 3 on almost no volume, right, like 2,000 volume, it's not really ideal. There's a bit of a value gap here. You had what looked like was a topping tail, but then higher volume green came through, so that kind of invalidated this candle. Now we're seeing a doji on, again, very high volume. So I'm just kind of mixed on this. I don't really know which direction to favor here. But the fact that we have this gap on the volume makes me slightly more bearish than bullish. Only slightly, though. Yeah, this and ACON are both moving. Still watching ACON on the side. I should mark this. Bit of a pullback. Volume has lowered from this breakout, but again, just because of this value gap, I'm still bearish on it. And honestly, even on this pullback, this isn't light volume, right? It's just slightly lower than this. Suppose this would be a bounce point on the daily. But again, you're buying into this with such high volume. I think safer would be to look for lower entry. But this did give a good bounce. Gave a 10-cent bounce here. If you guys could do me a favor, now that we have 20 people in here, if you're enjoying the stream, even though it just started, but if you are enjoying the stream and you want to help me out, I would appreciate it if you hit the like button. Get this out to more people. But no pressure. Do it only if you do indeed like the stream. Good morning, Larry. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, so ACON still breaking out. I was watching to see if we could get a nice dip entry here, but these two candles are the highest volume is here. Not really preferable. I didn't really want to go with ACON just because I'm a bit late to the party. Also, the way that ACON moved, it's a similar story, honestly. It's a similar story. With ACON, the same thing happened. You had news come out at 6. You have just this kind of ghost volume, and price moves up. And then the actual movement starts here at 640. So, it's the same issue with both stocks, actually. So yeah, I would actually say I don't really like either of them for a play. At least not at the current prices. That's right, Christopher. 100% hit the like button. Absolutely. Actually, probably something I should do, just to give you guys better visuals on my end. One moment. See, one thing I could change. Or no, it's showing. Okay, no. YouTube's just not showing it on my end. Alright, yeah, it looks good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, never mind. I wasn't seeing the whole screen. Cool. So, ACON, Thinkorswim is saying it's a 670,000 share outstanding stock. That's pretty low. If that's accurate, then this is very high volume. CNCK did make another low. This is too much volume. Too much volume on the downside. Right, you got no volume on the pump, high volume on the sell-off. Not good. This one is really just grinded higher, though. Good morning, Skivon. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, I got two stocks in play right now. Realistically, ACON is the only one in play. CNCK looked like it had potential. There was a red flag. I said it was bearish here, slightly bearish, because of this gap with no volume. Seeing the highest selling pressure on top of that confirmed it for me. And it did go down too. ACON has the same issue. You have no volume here on this move before the gap. But this one is resolving better. And maybe that's because the float's lower. Maybe people are just coming in. Maybe shorts are getting squeezed. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Sunny Shiba. And names. I'm so bad with names, man. Duven. We'll just call you Duven. Duven Julio. Probably butchering that. I feel like this thing's actually going to go the whole way down. You're just seeing more volume on these drops down. I feel like it's going to go all the way back. Like, not just all the way back, but it's going to go all the way back very, very convincingly. We'll see. Did I take any trades yesterday? Yes, I took two. I had, and I'm just paraphrasing, but I had roughly a $2 loss and I had a $5 win. So I made $3 whole yesterday. I know. Very incredible results. It's actually, that's my best green day of the year, I think. Yeah, my best green day of the year. Yeah. But the cash is settled now, and I have greatly increased my position size. So if I take a position today, we're going to see a bigger account swing. We're not going to see the baby swings of like $1 or $2. Good morning, Grammy Wilson. Good morning. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't feel comfortable getting involved with this. I feel like I've missed the whole move. Green is good, yeah. Well, green is good as long as you do it the right way, right? I feel like the process is more important than the result. If I cheated to get that $3 of profit, it's no good. I guess we're just waiting for the half hour here. What was it? Yesterday, we did a poll at the end yesterday, and out of the 40 people, I think there was like maybe 25 people that took the poll. Half the people didn't even trade yesterday. And I can respect it too. It's just, there was barely anything moving. CNCK just looks like a terrible, terrible opportunity. There were multiple red flags with it. And ACON has this red flag where the value gap is being hit. And also, I'm just super late to the move, so I feel like it's not great. I wouldn't say ACON is breaking down hard. No, this is holding up fine. ACON looks like a dang pincushion. Yeah. Yeah, CNCK totally failed, but I mean, I won't say it failed because it's still, it's not all the way down. I was slightly bearish here. I'm actually more bearish now, seeing that we had these bigger selling points. Right? It has flattened out, so maybe the selling pressure's done. But yeah, there was significant selling pressure, so I'm still bearish on it. I give it like maybe a 65% chance it goes down. And if it goes down more from here, you're basically saying it's going back to pre-breakout. Currently, it's bearish below the ascending resistance level. Ascending resistance? You mean ascending support? I mean, it dropped below the support level. You finally took a trade yesterday after 4 hours. IMG for $50 green day. IMG. I don't think that was on my scanners yesterday. Is this... I think this is... wow, this thing's really sold off. Yeah, it really moved in after hours. Well, good stuff. Ascending support, yes. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Just clarifying, because I'm like, well, technically it's been below the ascending resistance this whole time, so that's not really bearish. But yeah, it's definitely stalled. I wouldn't say this is enough confirmation that it's going down, right? Because you're still holding at the highs. Like, this is definitely not crashing down as you were describing it. It's showing weakness, right? The bullish pressure has alleviated a little bit, but the fact that it's still holding at this level, this is definitely not dead. I would push back and say that this still has bullish sentiment behind it. It's just a little bit weaker. Right? You're starting to base here, so if you start to see a leg below this base, then I would start to say, okay, now you're starting to look at a head and shoulders. Looks more bearish. Right, but this is, we're kind of at the critical level where if this holds, it's still bullish, in my opinion. Took ACON for an 8-cent scalp. My butt puckered. That was a stupid win. ACON. Oh, well, you took it here, I'm guessing. $0.08 though, yeah, that's not a lot considering how much this is moving. It's decent. It's decent. I feel like you have more risk because, like, what does one of these candles do? Like 740 to 820. So you've got some of these candles ranging 80 cents. So yeah, 8 cents isn't crazy big. You caught a good play on SMX yesterday. Keeping an eye on that one today. Yeah, how is SMX doing? I saw it was getting absolutely destroyed. How are we looking? 35. Okay, so actually it's recovered because I thought it was in the teens. So I guess it recovered at some point. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought this thing, well, I saw it here when it went back into the teens and I'm like, yeah, this thing's done. But no, very strong rally yesterday. Impressive. Kind of just went straight up. Watching it on the 4 hour. Gotcha. Just when it started to break out, looked weak and bailed. Yeah, it's rough. Especially because, like, right now, you consider how much it was moving, right? You had some candles going 80 cents, and now you're just churning. And you've churned like this for, like, 20 minutes. So, very frustrating for anybody holding this. Or even short, right? You imagine you shorted this expecting it to go down, and it's holding at this level. Anybody long or short is probably worried right now. Right, I suspect this is going to make a big move like it did here. We're going to see a big move up or a big move down. That's my guess anyway. Drop to 14s. It's pretty wild that where it is now. Yeah. Yeah, SMX. I don't know. I wouldn't mess with it if I were a short seller. You have 785 for next level support. But not much going on. May fall to 200. Yeah, 780s makes sense, right? You've got this area here. Makes sense. I would probably look for the next level, which would be here, as a more reliable support, because it was here for much longer. This was more of a pullback before breakaway, right? Like, can I do a drawing thing? Let's see, do a rectangle. Right? I would say, honestly, that you... Come on. Oh, I gotta click. I would say that this entire range is more of a support box, right? What you labeled is more of the top of the box. And I'm looking at how it acted here, because it touched here at the tops as well. So that's just kind of how I'm looking at it. So I would be looking for the lower end of the box, right? So I'd be looking for 750s probably. It was hilarious watching SMX go to 500. I remembered too. I was asking you guys, I'm like, what are the odds that we return to highs? And I made a poll, and like, I think it was like 5% of people said that we're going back to highs. And this is back when the price was at like 300. And then it went up to whatever it went up to, and everyone... I said there was a double-digit % chance it was going to return to highs, and it did. So, I guess not a lot of believers. All right, well, we're coming up to the half hour, so hopefully we get something new to pivot to. This is just kind of consolidated and gone sideways. I saw Ross didn't trade either yesterday, so yeah, it just shows a lot of people are sitting it out, right? 50% of my viewers didn't trade. Ross didn't trade. I only took 2, and they weren't even that high of quality. Well, the one was. The other one wasn't. ECRV. Pretty nasty jackknife. Was this dilution or something? Okay, no. They released positive. Okay, so it's a clinical trial result. This is really a hit or miss for what it's going to be. Looks like it was initially received poorly, but bounced pretty hard. Keep this one on watch. This one doesn't actually look that bad. Could do something. SLNH, I'll check it out. Okay. Do have news and does have some volume coming in. $98 million though, that's a super high float. That's a really high float. What are the odds? Double digits. There's a 90% chance I'm right 100% of the time. Exactly. So this is a partnership deal, looks like. It's okay. There's just not a lot of volume behind it relative to the float. This is a very high float. So a bit more concerned on that front. ACRV really doing interesting moves though. Complete sell-off into a complete recapture. Huge volume too. 30 million shares, kind of high, but not ridiculous. Good morning, Avatar. Good morning. It's kind of sad that this is the highest quality I'm feeling right now. You're predicting that this will be the stock of the day? It might. Like, this is very interesting price action. They released clinical trial news. It looks like it was initially perceived as bad. Then people change their mind and think it's good now. So very volatile. So this could give opportunity. I do think this is the highest potential, at least at the moment. Daily's very weird on this one. It's just been grinding up. Yeah, critical level is clearly at around 342. So we're getting descending volume on this pullback. It's actually decent. If we see a breakdown on low volume, I think I'm interested. Probably looking for around high three teens. Like 17, 18. ACON broke through. Yeah, I see it made a new high and pulled back. Yeah. I'm more interested in this right now. It's close to an entry for me. Yeah, 368 would be a huge breakout point, but we're pretty far from that. Do got to be careful though about this because ACRV on the daily is super extended, right? We've been in just a huge incline. So there is a lot of people that have accumulated here that could be preparing to sell. So I'm hesitant on that front. $323 might have been the place to buy. I wanted 317, 318 though. I wanted a little more. So it was about 6 cents off of an entry there. ACON is still holding up very well. Waiting for a bounce off ascending resistance for another buy. What, for ACON? Yeah, ACON, it looks really strong. Right, this is still holding up very nicely. I'm just afraid to get involved because it's already moved so much. Oh, okay. So you're looking for like here or something. I don't know. I still feel like it could go down a little more. I'm being careful here. I took a starter there. What was my entry? Okay. I'm anticipating that this was a breakdown to get people stopped out, because it broke through this, and now I'm looking for a recovery. We'll see if we get it. This pullback has been on lighter volume. I mixed though because the daily isn't ideal. Really? I did not think it would do this. Fair enough. Yeah. This would have been a safer entry, but I just really didn't think it was going to go here. ASUN really just breaking away here. It's just been climbing. Volume has increased too with the last 30 minutes. Hmm. Wish I could have added on this breakdown, but considering this was higher volume, it's too risky to add on increasing volume. Goes against my rule. Buenos dias. Good morning. I like that breakdown though. It's low volume at the moment. Sorry, I don't speak the El Mexicano. Volume gang. Really struggling around that 314 area. Makes sense because it was resistance here. So we've tapped up here 4 times now. On lower volume though. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it. So it did curl, but my timing was wrong. I got in here at 320, expecting the curl to start here. Pulled back quite a bit more before the curl. I think at one point I was down like 15 bucks or 20 bucks, somewhere around there. Pretty close to max loss. Let's see. It was a fair try. Just didn't bounce where I thought it would. Ooh, I don't actually know what the time was here. There we go. I'm gonna give it a B minus. Yeah, there were a couple issues with that setup. Just showing, okay, so why are we having a discrepancy? Because it says I only lost $2.99. But according to my fills, it should be different. So there's a discrepancy there. I'll need to look into that. My calculations are showing I should have lost 450, but it's saying I'm only down 3. BOFA, I'll check it out. I do not see anything coming up for this. ACY pulling back a bit. I mean, it's still in a very strong uptrend. If you're enjoying watching me lose money, remember to hit the like button. Can't believe we're up to 56 people. I was like so focused on the trade. I didn't even realize we had 56 people. That's awesome. I appreciate all you guys watching. And if you're new, maybe subscribe. I am going to be streaming every day. Price improvement. So I was in 75. These were the reported pricings that it said I was in and out at. But that's a pretty huge difference, right? 450 loss versus 3 loss. That's a pretty big discrepancy. And actually, I can go ahead and show this, I think. Yeah, I don't see why I can't show this. So you can see the orders here. You can see my fill price and all this, which matches the orders I put here, and it's calculating 450. So I'm not sure what's going on. It's saying that these are the fills. So I'm not sure. Strange. I mean, it could be price improvement, but I find it weird. If you open the trade detail at the bottom, it should show more info. Where do I do that? Order details. Well, I mean, it shows it here. Right, so this one makes sense. Let me check the sell one. 317. Yeah, so it looks like the buy and sell prices are correct. Hey, thanks for the streams. Really enjoying trading along. Good commentary. I appreciate it. It does suck because, like, we're not having as crazy of moves, so I'm forced to take less ideal setups. I shouldn't really blame the setup though, because I did not identify all the red flags before getting in. There was a couple, and in hindsight, I initially thought it was a B plus quality, but as I was in the trade, I was recognizing some factors that I decided downgraded the quality. And I could have perceived them before entering the trade, so that is relevant, and I don't want to play victim and make excuses for that. You didn't mean to have caps? No, you're good, man. Yeah, very strange though. Why the discrepancy? Right, that's $1.50. That's a 33% discrepancy. Very weird. I don't know. I mean, we can flag it. If we look at other trades throughout the day, see if we notice a pattern. Yeah, on my total account balance and on my positions, they're both showing down $3, so very strange. But yeah, we got 3 minutes till the top of the hour. We'll see if we get anything coming up here. Dude, why do I have 66 people watching? There's like nothing going on. I've only taken one trade. It's... I don't deserve 60 viewers. I'm losing money. Looks like I sold at the correct time too, because you did have this breakout and it basically rolled over from here. Ascending support here at the whole dollar. I mean, I would call this a bear wedge at this point, right? This looks like a bear wedge. Looks like another slow morning. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Remember yesterday? Yesterday, it was very slow the first hour, and then the second hour, it picked up a lot. So, well, I say a lot. It picked up moderately. So, we'll see. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. SKYX. I'll check it out. Ooh, wow, very good call out. Yes, this looks very interesting. Let's see, we have news. Looks like NVIDIA is in the name. Immediately pops up. Let's see. Very, very high float though, so iffy on that front. Over 100 million shares. Don't like that. Nice pop, and it has news, and it has some volume, but the float is questionable. NVVE. I mean, I don't know. This one looks like it's kind of going sideways. You did have this pop of volume, but with no news at this moment, this volume is kind of noise in the general move. Guess we can watch SkyX while we wait for news to come out. This one would be in play. The only issue is that the float's pretty high. All right, it's over 100 million. This did end up breaking out pretty well in its defense. 30-cent move. Maybe just the NVIDIA collaboration was enough. What's the real reason behind the 8 AM chaos? I mean, I would just say it's because of the news, right? Usually companies release news at the top and bottom of the hour. Or the half hour. So it's kind of why I'm not expecting, but I think there's a higher chance we see stocks move in the next 5 minutes just because of that. CGTL. Looks like this one's moving. Uh, 25 million shares, so lower float. Kind of beaten up on the daily, though. It's like 150 is a critical level. Volume. Not seeing news on this, though. This one just kind of popped up randomly. Very big volume, though. Even if it's nothing, this is quite high volume. LTX, I'll take a look at it. Holy crap. Yeah, this one really moved. Jesus. Okay, did have news. Positive outcome from a testing. Okay, so biotech. Let's see. Yeah, so 70 million. It's a higher float. News looks strong though. Very crazy sell-off on the daily. Gap down from 60 down to like $5. On the daily, looks like we got 15 as resistance. 1530. We went up to there, right? We did break through, but no candle closed above 1530. 1240s is another interesting level. So if this did come down to 1240s, maybe there'd be a bounce play there. Yeah, CGTL. Looks like this one's just dying. Much larger volume on the sell-off than the pop-up. No volume, or no catalyst. Looks like a pump and dump on this one. Back to MLTX. Very, not even that high of volume. 75,000. It's in the middle. This isn't super high volume, but considering this is a $14 stock, that's much more relevant. Very high volume here. Dude, we're at 72 viewers. I don't think we've ever been this high. That's insane. Appreciate all you guys that are here. Yeah, I'm mostly watching MLTX right now and SKYX. Both of them are higher floats, which isn't the most ideal. But they both have news, and both of the news seems to be strong. FlyX up note. Take a look at that one. Yeah, FlyX is up on news, but it looks like the volume's lower. Yeah, this volume isn't super high, like even the daily volume is matching it. MLTX really breaking away. Very high volume coming in too. Waiting to see if we get a pullback. Gap fill. Gap fills. Imagine a gap fill. That'd be crazy. But yeah, on the daily, above 1530s, we're kind of flying. So a pullback to 1530s seems logical for an entry. Right, it's at this support, good daily support as well. If we even get it. This looks very strong, so it just might break out here. My share size is percentage based right now. 10% for conviction, high conviction, 5% for lower conviction. So we're trading based off of percentages. Small caps on 1 minute. Wow, you're crazy. I mean, am I though? I am showing 1 minute chart here for you guys, but I am also looking at a 5 minute and a daily chart. You can see the daily chart as well. But yeah, I'm looking at multiple time frames. I'm just showing the 1 minute because I feel like it's the most interactive for you guys. Yeah, we're still seeing stair-stepping volume here. I still stand by that 1530s is my ideal entry. First time you've hit your daily goal this year. So hard to hold something like MLTX. Well, hey, if you held it, good stuff. It seems strong. ACON broke through VWAP. Yeah, it looks like it might be on the backside now for ACON. It's a pretty significant pullback. You're starting to see a head and shoulders. All right, let's see how much we pull back here. If we see volume drop, it's dropping right now. If we see volume continue to drop and we hit the 15s, 1530s, be interested. It might just curl here though. It looks so strong. You're doing futures, so no idea on these. How's the spread on them? Spread's very different on small caps versus futures. I've done futures, right? With futures, the bigger issue is just the commissions, right? Because typically the spread is one tick or whatever it's called. I used to do futures, but I can't remember the name. But yeah, with small caps, you have to deal with the spread a lot more. Spread is typically the bigger issue. Not sure I'll get back below 1585. We'll see. I mean, you'd be surprised. I think there's a chance. I don't think I should go wait for 1530s though. I'm looking maybe 1540s. A little above. This is good. This is cool. Good reduction in volume though. More volume came through there. All right, went ahead and took a position. See if we get that 1 minute curl. Really nice bounce off of daily support. Bounced almost down to the penny. We'll see if we get the 1 minute curl or not, because this is really gonna determine if we go back up. If we go down like this on lower volume, so 6 minutes of pullback, volume has dropped. I still like this setup. Still waiting to see if we get that 1 minute confirmation or not. It's really what's going to determine if this works. All right, we're getting the 1 minute curl. We'll see if we break out. Okay, sold half, took some risk off. Still holding half. Really want to see us push towards 16 though. LYX. I'm sorry, man. I'm like focused. I just now saw your message, but I've been focusing on this. Pretty big rug there. Wow. Yeah, FLIX. Really impressive result on that one. Yeah. It's just continuing to grind down. So even on this bounce, this really wasn't a great bounce. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut it there. Too much of a drawdown on that. Now let's watch this go straight to 16. Just to make me salty. I missed the biggest move of the morning. It happens. The thing is when you're in a trade like this, you gotta focus on this trade. You can't be looking at other stocks. Is what it is. Now this will be a good test. So it says here that my profit is $6.58. Now let's compare that. Let me put my manual entries in here. And let's see what the manual entry shows. 814. See that it was a high quality setup. I just didn't get. I mean, I sold half on that first bounce just to lock in profit, in the off chance it would roll over. I really didn't think it was gonna move back the way it was, though. Let's see. Is that really right? No, that's not right. Hopefully I'll get better at this once I get more practice with it. 240. Okay, yeah, that looks more right. I was going to say 57 looks too high entry. Yeah, so it's saying I should have made 465, but it's saying here I made 658. Something's going on. Some reason it's showing me making more than. So that's twice now, where my manual calculations are saying I should have made less. And both times it was for my benefit. Very interesting. Yeah, I'll definitely need to look into this more, make sure that, I mean, it could just be price improvement, right? But you would figure that it would tell me on my positions that I got price improvement. What did this end up going up to? 68. Okay, so I was like 15 cents off from the high there. Fair enough. Well, we got 3 minutes till the half hour. Unfortunately, I missed almost all of the FLYX move. And I mean, to be fair, it kind of just went straight up, right? You had a couple micro pullbacks here, it looks like. But we didn't have any clean 1 minute pullbacks. I mean, I guess you had one here. And it did resolve, right? To be fair, you had one 1 minute pullback, and it did resolve well. Unfortunate that I missed it, but I still don't regret missing it. Put all my focus on the trade I was in. SkyX really just, this one just died. Unfortunate for this one. You use a new scanner. Yes, it's right here. You can see it. This is Thinkorswim scanner. It provides news. If I don't, I should use Fox Runner. I'm okay with what I have. It's pretty reliable. And it's free. You can't really beat that. I would argue that this is actually better too, because this is directly linked with my stocks that I'm looking at. So if I look at a stock, this will auto update for it. Fox Runners is free too. No, I respect that. My only thing is just, this is tied in with Thinkorswim. It's very easy for me to integrate it. And I haven't really had any issues with it. There was like maybe a couple times where something wasn't getting reported, but typically Thinkorswim is on top of their game with this. Like this reporting is typically pretty accurate. At least from my experience. ACON, what do you think? I can take a look at it. Yeah, I mean, you got a head and shoulders pattern here now. So this is looking more bearish. This could be the backside. One of my brokers does weird price averaging across the day. So if you open and close a position, if you rebuy, it shows your average cost, including the first position. So displayed P&L is off. That would not apply here because with ACRV, I only took one buy and one sell, and we're having the discrepancy. So that is not the issue. Isn't it delayed? TOC. I don't know what TOC is. TOC. You mean Thinkorswim? TOS? Yeah, Thinkorswim is delayed in some ways, but as far as the news goes, it is accurate. It is basically live. Okay, TIVC looks like it's moving. Yo, Keylife. Yo, what's up, man? Yes, I am back. Yes. Thinkorswim. Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm aware, Thinkorswim is basically live. There is a very small delay on when things update, but they all update together. If you notice a couple times, people will call out in the chats a stock before I actually see them populate, just because I have certain metrics that are more conservative. That combined with Thinkorswim delaying it slightly, sometimes I'll be like a minute behind. It's not a huge deal because I'm not usually trying to jump on the very first minute of a move like this. And even this one, I found this one with my scanners within the first 2 minutes. To me, that's totally acceptable. Yeah, it looks like this one does have news. Let me go ahead and look at it here. So 2 million shares, a pretty low float actually. Death spiral. A lot of stocks are just death spirals too lately. A lot of them just suck. You know, keep an eye on it. What is the news for it? Announces special webcast to discuss it. Okay, who cares? This is a big nothing burger. There's no reason this should be moving other than the fact that it's a low float. Yeah, this news catalyst is irrelevant. MLTX. It's breaking down a bit here. Extra leg down. Now I don't feel so bad for selling halfway through this breakout, considering I almost timed the top. But it's just unfortunate. You see this huge pullback, and the volume is declining this whole time, you really would feel like there'd be a pool, like a breakaway there. This would be the natural curl spot, but it just didn't happen here. Very weird. But it happens. I mean, yeah, TIVC is the only thing I'm seeing moving at the half hour. But it's just, this catalyst is irrelevant. The volume's also somewhat light. I mean, realistically, I don't expect this to break out. If it does, it does, but I don't trust it to break out here. FLYX looks like it's breaking out. Huge volume came in here. Wow. Once again, real quick shout out. If you guys are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It supports me and helps me get this out to more people, and I would appreciate it. Although even 60 or 70 viewers is already kind of crazy to me. I'm surprised that that many people were listening to me. I don't know how much I trust this to move. It's been very strong here. And seeing it kind of trade here and break out looks bullish, but I'm just worried about buying the top. It's very extended. So you see we got an extra 3 likes. I do appreciate it. Thank you guys for liking the video or the stream. We don't like to trade alone. It's a lonely business. I get it, for sure. Good morning, Mr. Captain. Where are you sitting as far as P&L? You can actually see it right on the screen. I have 2 places I show it here. This one, you can see my individual trade results. So you can see I'm up $6.58 on this one, down $3 on this one. I do want to look into these. This is day 1. It seems like there is a discrepancy between my order fills because I have been documenting my trades, and the values I'm getting are not matching up with the values being reported. So that could be price improvement because I know that's a thing with Webull. I'm not sure. I do just want to verify that, but allegedly these are my returns today, and you can see my total returns here. So yeah, I'm trying to keep it as transparent as I can while also not creating a bad environment. Gotcha, thank you. No problem, man. No problem. FLYX still breaking out here. I mean, it's impressive what it's doing. I just feel like I'm too late to the party. A very nice return too, right? Over 100% up on the day. Very solid result. MLTX continuing to bleed. You shared your second part video with Ross. Not sure if he watched it, obviously. I mean, I'll be honest. I doubt Ross cares about my kind of videos. He's been trading for like, what, 20 plus years. He probably doesn't care about my video. And even with that said, the stuff I covered in my video, it's stuff he already knows. He's been around the block. But I do appreciate you sharing it. I do have the Warrior Trading review video done. I was debating when I want to post it. The issue is that initially I was going to talk about the front running, so I did some investigation into that, and I found stuff that I thought was very interesting. However, I'm concerned with legal repercussions for sharing that information. So at the moment, I'm thinking about just redacting the front running stuff for now and just talking about the course itself. I feel like the front running stuff kind of it doesn't detract, but it's not needed for my review. So I'm thinking about just removing that. Hope you guys understand. If I don't outright accuse him, what could be legally done? Well, even if I'm in the right, or even if I don't directly accuse, you can still send cease and desist orders. You can still suppress people. And I feel like given how small my channel is, and given that I wouldn't have the bankroll to fight a lawsuit, even if I'm in the right or even if I did nothing wrong, it's just, I don't think it's the right time or place for me to be pushing like that. Maybe sometime in the future, if I'm more established and I grow a bit, but quite frankly, I'm just not big enough. All right, there's one thing to fight for what you believe in. There's another thing to be a martyr and die for no reason. MLTX did end up popping up here, but it had pulled back for so long, I wouldn't have really tried to take a trade here. And I gotta like think about my branding too, right? While it's something I am very passionate about, I understand that if I talk about these things very openly and glorify them or put them in center stage, that makes me harder to work with as a person, right? People don't want to work with someone who's controversial. So, and I respect that too, right? Everyone's trying to work with themselves, so you don't want to work with someone who's doing a bunch of crazy things. JTAI popping. It's a penny stock, though. Probably not interested. But yeah, I can still talk about things that I think are beneficial for the trading community as a whole, right? I talked about commissions and the spread. I think these are just bare statement things that people don't talk about that are very important for the trading space. I think that's more productive for everybody. All right, and even with like these account challenges I'm doing, sharing my results, I think people can learn from it. That's across the board just better. What scanners do you use? I do use Ross's. They're pretty remarkable. Again, I've custom built my own with Thinkorswim. Maybe I can make a video breaking it down. But yeah, I've went ahead and customized my own scanners. Mostly just looking for low float stocks. Stocks that are experiencing volatility. Some do slip through the filters though. I do have Zendu running in the background. Go ahead and show it real quick. See, so I got Zendu running here. Kind of just as a backup in case I miss something. Plus I got you guys in chat. Some of you guys will call them out if I miss something. And I do appreciate that. So really it's a mix of three, right? Got you guys in the chat helping me. I've got my scanners and I've got Zendu. So really got three different angles looking for stocks. Yeah, these higher price stocks eat through my cash too quickly. They do. Yeah, we've had a lot of higher price stocks, right? MLTX. There was like another one I thought. Is it ACON? I mean, it's kind of high, right? In the eights. Yeah, we've had higher price stocks lately. Or at least today. Even 6 is on the higher end. Yeah, honestly, the way things are sitting, I'm mostly just waiting for 9 a.m. See if we get anything new. What's this? Can you share a video of your scanner settings on Thinkorswim? I could do that. How many of you guys would want to see that? Would you guys want to see a scanner video? I could make one. It's not super hard. Yesterday was either pennies or higher priced also. What was yesterday? I can't even remember what I traded. It was such a boring day. Honestly, I do remember there was a lot of pennies. I can't even remember what I traded yesterday. I'll take your word for it, though. All right, I'll go ahead and start a new poll here. Yeah, I saw MNTS has been moving. Yeah. It's been really just on a big trend lately. Look at the last few days, it's just been going straight up. So very impressive results from this one. Maybe this is the next SMX. Guys, short it here. Look, it's going to go all the way back down to 5. Just short it. And then it goes up to like 500 again. The SMX all over again. LYX breaking out again. This thing just keeps grinding higher. Very impressive. I will make one final shout out before the stream ends here. If anybody here is watching and you're new to the stream and you like it, I am planning to stream every day for this Webull account. So if you're interested in seeing the journey, I invite you to subscribe. It's free, of course. And I do weekly and daily recaps, although the weekly is more iffy at the moment. But I do daily recaps, and today will be the first day where I'm resuming that. So if you're interested in seeing that, maybe subscribe. All right, we're done. We're done with the promos, finally. Okay. I didn't even realize, but you can see how much my account's up. You can see I'm up 0.07%. I didn't even realize you could see how much I'm up percentage-wise. That's cool. Yeah, MLTX. Look at this. What an impressive recovery here. This is what I was looking to try and capture during this first pullback. But you just got this kind of like mediocre bounce, and then it just kept selling off. And then just randomly here, finally the bounce happens. If you don't mind, how much is the capital for this cash account? Is it okay? Oh yeah, I can share it. So it's 5K. I can't really, or wait. Yeah, I think I can share that, yeah. Let me go ahead and pull it up here. There you go. So you can see my account here. It was 5,000. I did some test things to make sure the settings were working. So that's why it's a little below 5,000 right now. But yeah, it's a $5,000 account. JTA pop. I saw that. It's just a cheap stock though. So, oh my God, you were kidding. I saw it when it was down in like the 60s and I'm like, nah, that's too cheap, man. Wow. I did not think it popped that much. That's crazy. I'm probably still going to avoid it, but very impressive move. I did not expect that much of a pop. But yeah, so a $3.59 win on the day is basically nothing. Considering the size I'm trading with, it's roughly break even, if we're being honest. Right? Context is important. 359 when you're trading one share at a time is amazing returns. When you're trading like 100 shares, it's not so great. Oh man, I haven't made a review video since the last challenge. Oh, I'm so excited to make the daily review. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. Oh, I'm so excited for it. Yeah, MLTX still grinding. I'm not messing with it. This one already played with my emotions here. I would have played with it even more if I would have held and then be forced to sell here for a small loss. So that would have been even more frustrating. I will state the general rule we're doing here, which is that at 9 a.m., I will stay 5 extra minutes, see if we get anything on the scanners that looks tradable. If we see anything come up, I'll stay a little longer. Otherwise, I will leave at 9:05. Okay, so, and I do appreciate 35% of you saying you would not be interested. 65% is quite a lot, though, so I think with that, I feel that's enough people that would find value from it that I will go ahead and I will make a video breaking down my scanners. LYX. A little bit of a breakdown here, nothing too crazy. Even on the volume's not that high. Yeah, I don't really have an opinion of this. It's still going down. It's a 60-cent drop. I'm a little more interested, but it needs more because this volume is very high for this red. I wouldn't feel comfortable buying here. We're still very high up after all, too, so I would prefer it go down more. Volume's just too high, right? This is regular volume. This is clearly elevated volume. Doesn't look safe. Again, though, just 2 trades for me so far. Like, it's looking like a 2-trade day. JTI, is it still going? Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to touch this one because it's so cheap, but look at this volume. Huge volume. 2 million shares a minute. That's insanely high volume. I feel like, is this a Chinese stock? I feel like it's a Chinese stock. Heard of this before. No, Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay, I could have swore this was a Chinese stock. How many shares does it have? Only 4 million. It's so weird too, because at least according to my source, like there's no news on this. So this just randomly goes up 70% on no news. GTAI, 8K yesterday. New CEO bought into close merger with hot stock of the day. Not sure where you're seeing this, but very interesting if true. But yeah, we're at 9 o'clock. Give it 5 minutes, see if I see anything I'm interested in. If not, I'm gonna call it for the day. Yeah, 8K. My stupid head was thinking he bought 8K shares. No, 8K filing. Gotcha. I gotcha. Oh man. That's very interesting if there's that connection. And this is running now. You use the BAMSCC. Yeah, I use BAMSCC too. It's a really nice extension to use. Do you like trading the open at 9:30? So I trade two different strategies. I do day trading, which is what I'm doing now, pre-market. And I also do swing trading, which is what I do during the market open hours. So that's why I get off here before market open, so I can do that. I don't really feel comfortable sharing that because that is something where I have a bigger stake in it. So I don't think it's appropriate for me to stream that. It's also why I don't talk about it on my Discord. Oh yeah, I should promote the Discord, shouldn't I, guys? I have been not talking about the Discord at all. When we're finished here, I'll share the Discord. If any of you guys are new and want to see it. ICON icon has unhalted, it looks like. Yeah. When was this halted? So it was a 1-day halt. Yeah. Wow. This thing is crazy. What is the spread on this? That was like a 70-cent drop. I mean, the spread's pretty tight. I'm surprised it dropped that much. But still, from 50 cents to $3 a share. Oh, no, it's a reverse split. Okay, 1 for 5. So price should be about 260, 270. So the price is quite high on resumption. It's a bit strange. Right, price should be about 260, 270. Yeah, reverse split. Yep. Interestingly, on Webull, it says I cannot buy this stock. It's not giving me the option. So, neat. Maybe it's because it was halted and it just hasn't updated for whatever reason. I don't know if anyone else is using Webull that can verify. All right, like if I try to buy one share, oh, it just says not available. Oh no, it's Thinkorswim all over again. Unable to buy it. That's unfortunate, because this thing has volatility. I would have been at least interested. I was interested around the 240 level, just in case you were wondering. But yeah, if I'm not even able to trade it, it is what it is. Same for you? Yeah. All right, give me one moment. I'm going to retrieve the Discord for any of you who are interested in joining. All right. Dude, I love being able to do that. Just like change the screen. Same for you? Yeah. Good morning, sir. I'm so sorry you're coming here this time because I'm literally just about to end the stream. Same here on Webull. Yeah, it looks like Webull's just not letting you trade this one right now. FLYX continuing lower though. No, but I can't buy this. This is such high volume. Yeah. Do I have Telegram? I do not. I don't really trust Telegram. I've seen a lot of scammers on there, so I try to avoid it. CGTL is curling. This one kind of went off radar for me because the volume just dried up. Webull was normally good. I mean, it's off to a rocky start, market taker. I mean, what is this? This is like day 3 or 4, and I've already found a stock I can't trade. So we're off to a bad start. This is the stock that moved on no news, too. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. So, yeah, I ruled this one out earlier because we popped up and that hit had huge volume on this selling. So I thought this was just going to roll over. It was a pump and dump. I just ignored it. I didn't even realize this thing kept churning back and forth for the next, like, half hour. Only been 1 or 2 in the last 6 months you couldn't trade. I mean, that's reassuring, I guess. Maybe I just got super unlucky. Right, it is a stock that resumed on a reverse split, so maybe that has something to do with it too. They just might need a data updated or something. That'd be my guess. Webull is the best broker, hands down. Fair enough. So we did fully retrace, which is crazy. So you just have a huge pump, 200,000 shares into a big dump. Yeah, I still don't trust this. This had no news on the move, right? This initial move happened with no news. I'm very hesitant, and I'm worried that this is a pump and dump. I mean, it's already looking like one because it just popped up and immediately pulled back. Super, super high volume. See how it pulls back from here. I am actually kind of liking this volume. I think I'm gonna pass on it. Volume looks okay here, but it needs to go down more. What a crazy rejection, too. All right, it's 9:10. I'm going to call it here. I gave it an extra 5 minutes because we were talking and I was looking at this. But yeah, it looks like we're basically done for the day. 2 trades for me. I need to verify that these actual entry prices and exit prices are accurate. I've logged what Webull was telling me I got filled at, but what it is showing me for this is not matching. So I need to verify if this is price improvement or if something else is going on. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow for day 2. Starting off the challenge strong, up like $3.